Alright, what's going on, y'all? It's iTalkBall here with episode 3 of rebuilding the sports teams in the state of Washington. We'll get right through the Mariners season right away because we already won the ring with them. Let's simulate this regular season and see what happens. And we end up not even making the postseason. So the Mariners arc might be on the decline now. As you guys can see, we came in 4th in our division. And yeah, it is what it is. We got a ring for them, so on to the next one. Alright, now we are on to the Seahawks side of things. We got to try and make some noise in this third year. We haven't made the playoffs yet. Game 1 is against Tampa Bay. And yeah, we just got to do better. I mean, we haven't made the playoffs yet with the Seahawks team, and I want to make some noise in this episode. Game 1 against the Buccaneers, we hop in. It's 10-10 with a minute to go. 3rd and goal. We do the little halfback screen, and we're going to get in the end zone with Kenneth Walker. I know he's not on the team anymore. I'm pretty sure he's moved, but already started the franchise. We're going to keep it going, and that is a big-time play from our defense to force that fumble. Shout out Kyle Jones there making the big tackle, big play, and the Seahawks are going to get it done in the first game of the year, 17-10. So already a better start, than we've been doing. We just got to keep it pushing. In game 2, we're playing the Rams here, 14-7 when we hop in. They throw it up, they can't get it, and that was it, man. At 14-7, we're able to start off 2-0, solid start to the year, and then we get into the next game against the Jets, and we win 17-10. So we keep pushing the limit, keep doing well, 3-0, and now we're on primetime. Monday night primetime football, Seahawks, Patriots. Classic matchup here, 14-14. Patriots going to make that play there, and they are basically in field goal range. We're going to need some kind of stop here. The throw from the Patriots gets them down to around the 20, and that is going to put them in field goal range. Our guy almost got there, but a flag is called, understandably, and they will hit the field goal as the guy decided to hit the kicker while he was hitting it. And yeah, we are going to lose this one 17-14 for our first loss of the year, but our best start for sure. Then we get into this Bills game where it's 23-20. We do have a lead, but there's 49 seconds and they have the ball. They're going to get this first down here to get down around the 35 and call a quick time. Then Josh Allen looking around. He's going to get another first down to keep the chains moving for him. And then he's looking again, Allen moving. Going to get that first down, shoving one guy off. We do get him down, and we keep them out of the end zone, but they are going to hit this field goal and force overtime. And on the overtime coin toss, the Bills do win it. But now 23-23, 3rd and 11. The Bills are not going to get to that first down line, so we do get the stop. Now in 2nd and 4, Sam Darnold's going to find our guy. We're going to get the first down, keep the chains moving. But as you guys can see, that overtime clock is getting pretty low, and Kenneth Walker going to get the first down here. But, we got to get into field goal range quick. And on a 3rd and 6 here, we are going to do the worst thing possible and take a sack. We had to punt back, and now the Bills with 30 seconds left, are they able to get in field goal range, or are we going to have a tie here? They're around the 30-yard line. Josh Allen keeping the chains moving, and they're going to get a lot closer. And they have about 15 seconds if they can just advance it a little further. And that is a huge play from the Bills. And they're going to get the field goal to go as they got in field goal range off that insane catch. And they beat us 26-23 in overtime. But it's hard to be mad about that. We got our revenge the next week against the Miami Dolphins, winning 28-7. So that was a good bit of redemption there. Then we dive into this Cardinals game where we're down 13-7 for some reason, even though they're 1-5, and we throw an interception. So we're actually going to end up losing this game to Arizona for no reason. That's only their second win all year, and now we're 4-3 because this just sums up how it's been going. Then we go to 500 because it's 28-10 loss to the Saints, and a 17-14 loss to the 49ers puts us at 4-5. What are we doing? But then, thankfully, we win against the Cardinals the second time around, 14-8. And we're 5-5. This is what the schedule looks like right now. Next game is going to be against the Broncos. Then we got the Giants, Falcons, Packers, 49ers, Panthers, and Rams. we got a lot of stuff to work on, man. The next week, we did beat the Broncos 17-7, so we end up at 6-5 now. And then the next game against the Giants, we do win 27-17. So the Seahawks making some noise now, and we're going to check these standings. We're number 5 in the NFC, so we're in that playoff push, and we keep it going as we beat the 11-2 Falcons 16-7. Huge, we needed it. And then we have this absolute, I don't even know what to call this. It's a storm, though, and we throw a bad interception in the storm, but I can't really blame them, man. I don't know how they're even playing. 17-10. But the Packers are going to win that one. At least we're 8-6, though. Right. So looking at our division, we do have a slight lead over the 49ers and Rams. But 2 of our last 3 games are against them. So those are the games we're going to be hopping into. Let's get into this 49ers game. We got to try and win this one to secure our spot in the playoffs. Brock Purdy still here for the 49ers. And they're going to get that first down here, chugging down the field. 2nd and 10 in the goal line area, and Christian McCaffrey is going to get in for them, unsurprisingly. I mean, he's a phenomenal running back. But now we got to respond. Sam Darnold in the pocket, finding our guy Jackson Smith-Njigba for the first down and some more, moving the chains, got to keep it going. Then on a little halfback screen, we're going to get the first down and some more again, down to the 11-yard line, but we just could not get into the end zone, and we're going to have to settle for 3, making it 7-3. Now on the 49ers possession, Brock Purdy is going to fumble the ball, and that is a beautiful recovery from our guy there, diving on it instantly. Darren Street making it happen, number 92. Just absolutely love to see it. And then Darnold in the pocket, finding our guy up the middle. Couldn't even see who that was. Maybe that was Shaheed. I don't know. But again, we have to settle for 3. We just cannot convert these things into touchdowns. And it is what it is. But thankfully, we do get a sack to end the first half. And now we have one more chance to try and get a field goal or some more points on the board. We're throwing it up for our guy. And what a freaking catch from Rashid Shaheed right there. And we are going to make this field goal to make it 9-7 at halftime, thanks to that ridiculous catch. I was upset we couldn't turn it into a touchdown, but there just wasn't enough time. So we end up with a 9-7 lead. And now we're going to make this throw to Jackson Smith-Njigba to keep the chains moving here. Trying to get our first actual touchdown of the game. We're going to get the first down there to keep the chains moving. And now we're looking. End zone is caught for who else than the guy that made that crazy catch at the end of the first half, Rashid Shaheed. You love to see it. Love that for us. 16-7. Now we just got to play some defense and hold on. Christian McCaffrey making the chains move for the 49ers. And again, he's just going to get a lot of open space and make different moves. It's tough to stop and, with good blocking. He's very quick and he's very strong, so he could just go. And then our guy gets absolutely stiff-armed there as they get the first down, and Brock Purdy is going to turn that into a touchdown. 16-14, 3rd and 10 for us. We're going to try and get this throw off, and we do not. He actually almost made the catch. Terrible throw for me. Brock Purdy is going to get the first down there. A great spin-off by McCaffrey. And then on 2nd and 4, Brock Purdy is going to continue to move the chains. 3rd and 7, only 40 seconds left. They're basically in field goal range, so I have to let them get in. I mean, that's really my only chance. And just like that, 16-7 turns into 21-16, and we got to try and get something, make something happen. Took too long in the pocket, and that ball is in the dirt. 21-16. We choke against the 49ers, and I might have just sold our playoff chances, but thankfully we come back and we beat the Panthers 21-18. Now as I dive into this Rams game, it's 3-3, 44 seconds left in the first half. So I'm not going to bore y'all with all the stuff that happened. It's a bunch of punts and, bad passes and failed runs. So 6-3 at halftime. Let's hop in from here. 3rd and 1, run play to the outside is going to get us a lot of yards. Is Kenneth Walker gone? I think he may be, and he absolutely is, taking it home to the house. We needed that because that was a bad loss against the 49ers. and we need that playoff spot. So 10-6 now. We got to get a stop. 3rd and 4, and that ball was terribly overthrown. You never see that on Madden from the CPU, especially on Heisman. Or not on Heisman. I'm used to college football on all Madden. But Kenneth Walker here going to get the first down on our go. We're just trying to milk some clock, keep things moving. We're not playing games. We're just trying to make the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, I am not playing games. Just making the right pass, making quick, good runs, simple plays. Darnold right there, finding our guy. And now we're getting down to the 5-yard line. Little run play on the outside, and we get the perfect angle. 17-6, touchdown Seahawks, and that's our guy, Zach Charbonnet. Love to see it. 17-6. Can the Rams come back with anything? 3rd and 6. What can they do? They're looking, and it's a beautiful interception. And can we house this thing with our guy Jones? I think it's Will Jones. Can he get all the way back? He can't. They tackle us at the 2. But regardless, the interception was big time. And that basically is going to seal the game. 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. And Ernest Jones is going to get that almost pick 6. And then Sam Darnold on this quick little outs play is going to find Jackson Smith and Jigba for the touchdown. And we're going to win 24-6 and make our first playoff appearance, baby. Let's go. We are the 4 seed in the playoffs at 10-7. And we're going up against the Carolina Panthers in round 1. This is going to be good, y'all.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. And that's the 2nd of 2 on this Wild Card Saturday. It's the Carolina Panthers, the Seattle Seahawks.
All right, hopping into this Panthers playoff game, we got to play some defense to start out, and we do a terrible job at it as they're going to immediately get all the way down to the 6-yard line. Just unbelievable defense from us. But we do hold them to 3 as we were able to keep them out of the end zone. So 3-0 Panthers. That's all right. We can live with that. Now on our drive, we're going to find Mitchell. First down. Love to see it. Nice pass from Darnold there. Now we're running our next play. 3rd and 9. Got to try and convert this into something. And a beautiful eye for Jackson Smith and Jigba. He was wide open. Love to see it. Let's move the chains. 1st and 10. Sam Darnold, what are we doing? We're throwing it to our guy. First down. Or not a first down. It was 2nd and 1, actually. And they held us to a 4th and 1 where we had to take the field goal to make it 3-3. I probably could have gone for it, to be honest, but I'm not very good at the game. I just got to be honest with you. It's a grind, me versus the CPU, so it's rough. Thankfully, Heisman, I said Heisman again, all Madden is having some rough throws, at least in this year 3. And a beautiful throw to Jackson Smith and Jigba completely slices the seams and gets us our first touchdown of the game, making it 10-3. Absolutely love to see it. Sam Darnold is hype. Let's go Seahawks, man. Come on. And that's halftime, 10-3. Nothing else happened in the first half, but we were able to get that touchdown to close it out. And we do start with the ball in this 3rd quarter. Little halfback screen, and there's a lot of space. How far can we get with Walker? We ran into our own guy, but it's all right. And now we're going to try a very deep field goal for me, and it's going to get absolutely shanked because I honestly suck at field goals. If you guys watch this channel long term, you're going to see so many missed field goals. It's genuinely insane. But anyway, the Panthers side of things, it's 10-3. They're going to get a first down because of that terrible tackle attempt. If you saw my guy just dive. But anyway, they're going to go again, first down on that throw from the Panthers. And then on this next play, 3rd and 4, they're going to find another open receiver there to make it 1st and goal. And then as the 3rd quarter is coming to an end, we are going to get a big-time sack to put them at a 3rd and 17. And we do hold them to 3 once again. So what was looking like a tie game, we still are going to have the lead. 10-6. We're going to make a bad throw up the middle, but an incredible catch from our receiver to avoid the interception. I appreciate it a lot. And then on this halfback screen, probably could have taken a better angle, but instead we ended 4th and inches, and we do get it with a little quarterback sneak. And then on the 1st and 10 for Sam Darnold, we're going to get the first down with Mitchell right there, forcing the Panthers to call timeout. And then we just got to keep pushing the chains. Kenneth Walker going all the way in for the touchdown, 17-6 Seahawks. And we're going to win round 1, it looks like, assuming that the Panthers can't do anything crazy. They did end up chugging down the field, and now they're going to have a chance at a field goal, which they are going to hit, making it 17-9. Their onside kick attempt is recovered by us, though, and that'll do it. Your Seattle Seahawks are going on to round 2 of this NFL playoffs, where we will be playing my very own hometown New York Giants. All right, so diving right into this Giants-Seahawks game, we got to try and make something happen. The Giants going to be looking right away on this 4th and 1, and they're going to go deep for some reason, which we will swat down and get the stop. I don't know why they would go deep on a 4th and 1, but whatever. Our possession now, we're going to get this play with Ajani? Is it Ajane Mitchell? He's going to get the first down there. But anyway, Darnold now looking, he's going to get the throw there. 3rd and 10 is not going to be enough to get the first down. And now on 4th and 3, we're going to have to kick the field goal, which we will take because the Giants haven't scored yet. So we will take a little 3-0 lead to start it off. Now 3rd and 3 for them. Can we get the stop? Quarterback scrambling, and he's going to have to throw it away. So we do get the stop. And now on our drive, 3rd and 1 to start the second quarter. Our guy is wide open there, and we're going to get the first down at around midfield. 3-0 still. We're looking around. Nice play to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Little juke moves trying to get some more yards, and we do get down to around the 20. And now Sam Darnold going to be looking on this play. 1st and 10. Can we make something happen? Darnold throwing it. Finds our guy there. 2nd and 3. And he's down. Sam Darnold is down and holding his wrist. Oh no, he's going straight back to the locker room. This is bad. This is not good. Okay, we got Dante Moore in the lineup, and he's going to be playing for Sam Darnold until we know what happened, and it's a broken wrist. Oh my goodness, that kills our playoff hopes. I mean, we're still going to try and get it done, but man, thankfully Dante Moore is able to get it to Jackson Smith and Jigba there for the touchdown. But man, that is a cruel, cruel thing to happen in the second round of the playoffs. Your quarterback breaks his wrist. Oh man. Anyway, 10-0 Seahawks defensive side of things, 3rd and 6. Giants are going to get the first down there, but we just got to hold them from a touchdown, and it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do so as they break that tackle to get down to the 1, and then the read option gets the Giants in the end zone to make it 10-7 at halftime. So good first half, but bad first half because we lost our quarterback, and now I got to use Dante Moore, who I've never played with, and we're not going to get the first down there. That's just my bad decision making, but it's all right. And then the Giants side of things, we're going to get the sack, making it 3rd and 20, and they're going to have to punt on a 4th and 20, so you'll love to see it, forcing the ball back to us. And now on this little halfback screen, can we juke the guy? We do a nice little spin move, get to 2nd and inches, and then on 3rd and inches, the little QB sneak going to get us the first down, just keeping the chains moving, keeping things going. Jackson Smith and Jigba, first down, not going for anything crazy until we do go for something crazy. Dante Moore looking, end zone, caught. Mitchell, what is he doing? Bro, wait, what is it? Yo, you good? I don't think he's Yo, you good, Mitchell? Yo, look at this celebration. He catches it, and then he's just gonna like, yo, let's show the replay. What is he doing, bro? Anyway, after the funniest touchdown ever, The Giants 17-7 third and goal. We do get a sack at the buzzer, and the Seahawks are in the NFC Championship after beating the Giants 17-7. And Sam Darnold is out though with a broken wrist. 8 to 10 weeks. He's done, so we're going to have to try and do this without him. And we're playing the 49ers, who we just lost to in the regular season. I really wish we had Darnold for this matchup, but we don't. And now we're going to have to try and figure out how to beat the 49ers with Dante Moore. Let's get straight into this.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello to everyone watching. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And in a while, we're going to find out the answer to a question that fans have been asking.
All right, so hopping into this game against the 49ers, we're in the final four of the NFL playoffs. They're going to throw it up and overthrow it. Now on our go, 3rd and 8, Sam Darnold finding our guy. It's not Sam Darnold, it's Dante Moore, and he is not finding our guy because the 49ers get the stop there, and McCaffrey is going to get the first down off of that crazy run. We still can't stop this guy. 4th and inches, does Purdy make it? He does. Then on the 3rd and 1 play, McCaffrey gets free. 3rd and 10. Can we get a stop, please? We just can't stop the 3rd downs. And Purdy's going to get a first down again. But we do keep them out of the end zone. That's one thing we've been able to do consistently. Keep these teams out of the end zone. But they do get the field goal, 3-0. And now on our go, 1st and 10, we're going to throw it up. And that is probably the worst pass I've ever seen in my life. I'm probably going to blame it on Dante Moore mentally, but that realistically is just a terrible throw for me. 4th and 12, they're going to hit this deep field goal because these harder difficulties on Madden always hit deep field goals. And we had no offense in the first half. So it was 6-0 heading into halftime. We need to get something going, guys. I mean, 3rd and 11, trying to get the first down and a tough hit puts us at 4th and 2 where we had to punt. And now on their go, Brock Purdy going to find their receiver there, get them down to like the 45. 3rd and 5 now, Purdy going to get that first down again, just moving the chains. They just keep things going. We just can't get stops right now. Halfback screen to McCaffrey gets the first down. And then on 1st and goal, a little play action. Purdy scrambling, trying to get in, and he's going to get all the way into the end zone to start off the 4th quarter, where we have yet to score. 2-point conversion works for him as well, because why not? And now on 14-0, we got to get something going ASAP. Gonna get the first down. It was 4th and 4. We almost didn't get that at all, you know? Keeping the drive moving. And then 1st and 10, made that happen there. More little run. No, it's a play action. And he's got a lot of space to scramble, so we're gonna run for that first down. He's not very fast, but it's okay. 14-0, what are we gonna do? Couple fakes, trying to get something to go. That is a tough catch from a great receiver there. And then Dante Moore on the little QB sneak is gonna get in the end zone. Love to see it. I know, a little shove from the 49ers guy there, but 14-7. And now we got to try and play some defense, try and get this ball back. 1st and 10, they are going to get the first down, but they can really just milk the clock here. They don't care about the score, and they're going to get the first down on this 3rd and 1. Great tackle from me, and then he breaks another tackle, and that's just not where you want to be in this scenario. 3rd and 7, they're in field goal range anyway. Purdy is going to scramble for the first down and officially end the game there, making it 14-7. A pathetic way to go out for us. But the Seahawks journey will continue trying to get this ring, because it's not going to happen this year. I know they won in real life, but this is year 3. That was our closest we've gotten so far. And the 49ers would end up winning the Super Bowl after getting past us. So that one hurts. We got to remember that going into next season. And let's get into the NFL draft, see what guys we end up choosing. You guys know I've been so about drafting guys so far. First off, it was Chad Crocker at a B-. Then we got Manuel Jimenez at B+. And then Jeremiah Barrett, D. Anytime I get a D, I'm pretty much done with it. But yeah, that'll be it for Season 3 of the Seahawks. And now let's get into the college football side of things. All right, so now hopping into the college football side of things, Year 3 of Washington State and Washington. Just hopping straight into Game 1 for Washington State here against this FCS Northwest. I'm sure you guys know how this is going to go. As you guys can see, we just run right through them, and we end up beating FCS Northwest 34-0. No problems whatsoever. Shout out to our quarterback, Jafarius Winfrey. He's going to be our guy this year. But then we hop into Washington, and they are losing to Utah State. Because how? I have no idea. But anyway, 3rd and 8 on this play here. What are we going to do? We're trying to get out, and we get sacked. So we don't even get the first down. 4th and 7. Immediately they get to us. But they call that not a first down because he got pushed back. Shout out to the game for that. And then Utah State is just going to go down and run that thing into the end zone. And just a phenomenal start to the season for Washington, just losing 23-14. And yeah, we're not even in Big Ten play yet. But Washington State, on the other hand, is doing pretty well, winning 14-6 against Kansas. And then Washington continues to stink, losing to UCLA 20-10. And now we got to hop into the Apple Cup game, Washington versus Washington State. Washington at 0-2 right now, while Washington State is looking the other way at 2-0. But let's get into this one. All right, so just jump into the end of the first quarter. Nothing notable happened, 0-0 right away. But here is the rivalry history if any of you guys are interested. The first meeting was in 1900, which is insane to think about. It's 2026 now. But anyway, Washington going to get the first touchdown, striking first off that little RPO play. Number 89 for us getting in the end zone there. And his name is Shane Bayer. So shout out to him, Shane Bayer getting it done there. 7-0, Washington's got it again. Little run play at around the 20-yard line, and he is going. That spin move was nasty, and he is going to go all the way for an 80-yard touchdown. Shout out to our halfback. It's a shame he couldn't do this against Utah State. You know, we could be 2-0 with Washington right now, but they're 0-2 because they just cannot win in sim. Jordan Washington getting it done there. That's our halfback for this year, but we already lost 2 games, so we'll see how it goes. Washington State, I forgot to mention they're ranked 22, but they are going to get a field goal there, so they will strike back with something. But before the end of the first half, Washington had to even that out and get a field goal of themselves as well, making it 17-3 at halftime with the Huskies in front. Now in the second half, 4th and goal, Washington State, they're going to need this one, but they are stopped by Washington. And it's looking like a pretty dominant Washington performance here. Another RPO play and a nice move to absolutely cook the Washington State defenders. You saw them fall. That was just unbelievable. And Washington getting it done there in this Apple Cup game. They've won the last 2. They're going to win this one as well. Desmond Roebuck, you guys should know him from last year. And they win 27-11. 3-0 is Washington in the Apple Cup. Then we hop into Washington State, San Diego State, and they are going to end up winning that one 14-7. You know, didn't even have to hop into it. You'll love to see it. And then Washington is going to win 14-7 against UNLV, which, like, they better. What the hell? They lost 2 games already. You got to win everything now. But Washington State still chugging along, you know, killing Oregon State here in that rivalry. And then Indiana just completely destroys Washington. Like, Washington, this is not our year. But Washington State is up against UCLA, 22 versus 23, or it's 23 versus 24, actually. But we will get the running play there from Tay Hobbs, our running back. And then we are going to get in the end zone with Hobbs right there to take a lead over UCLA. UCLA did actually beat Washington. So for this, it's like, man, I can't believe it. But 4th and 12, UCLA making that throw there. Is it caught? It is. They're just moving the chains. But now there's only 4 seconds left. It's the last play of the game. Can they get in the end zone? They cannot. And Washington State is going to take down UCLA, a Big Ten opponent. That's a big-time win for them. And Tank Hawkins is going to be a very familiar name to you guys very soon. But anyway, Washington is going to randomly beat Ohio State, even though we can't beat bum schools like Utah State and whatever. But as soon as I say that, Utah State crushes Washington State, who's been doing well this year, and brings them back to reality. But then we go to Washington, Maryland, who we lost to Maryland last year. And I don't know why this is like a rivalry. Maryland's only like a 70-something overall, but our quarterback is going to run almost all the way, gets down to around the 2-yard line, making it 1st and goal. But if they can't beat Maryland, we got some serious things to talk about with this Washington team, because they are a 90-something overall, and this guy is just going to keep running. He's just running. I don't know where he's going. But anyway, 24-17, we're looking around. What's going to happen? We get the sack. That is a big-time play, and we are going to take down Maryland, thankfully, because if we would have lost to Maryland, that would have been rough. We already did it once. But anyway, Washington State is going to take down Colorado State in their next game, moving well along the season. And then Washington takes down Michigan. If we would just win the easier games, they would be ranked like number 1. But anyway, Washington State has the ranking, and they're still pushing along, beating Fresno State, as you saw Tank Hawkins. Washington, again, beats Illinois. Just a lot of winning from these two Washington schools. And then the next week, they played Oregon. And I honestly didn't feel like hopping in because I was annoyed at Washington's record. I just wanted to see if they could do it without me hopping in. I knew I had Washington State games to play, and let's see if they could do it. 3rd and 3, quarterback looking, throw is made and caught, and we are moving that thing up to like the 2-yard line. Now we're at the 1, 2nd and goal, counter gets in, give Washington that lead. So now Washington's up 24-21 on Oregon. 40 seconds remaining. What is Oregon going to do with it? They get the throw up the middle and some more to get down to the 40. Now they're looking around on their drive, 2nd and 10, and they're going to get the 1st down there as well. And they are well in field goal range. So on 4th and 7 with the slow-mo kick, I hate the slow-mo kick, I really do. But Oregon is going to send this thing to overtime, and now it's 24-24. So, hopping into the overtime period, 2nd and 7, little run play is going to get through. How does he get by that? But anyway, 2nd and 7 again on the next part of the drive. Throw is made, and we do not stop him. He's actually going to get all the way in the end zone off of that play. So we're now down 31-24. And we are in a 3rd and 10 scenario, which we need to get a 1st down and a touchdown. And our quarterback gets sacked for 4th and 21. And I'm sure you guys can tell where this is going to go now. Our quarterback looking around, throws up a little Hail Mary throw, and it is short. The throw is not made, and we are going to end up losing to Oregon 31-24. I probably should have hopped in. All right, so checking out the Pac-12, Boise State and Washington State are right near the top. You know, we're the best teams in the conference, and we got to see who's going to take this one. That's our next game. I'm hopping in, not wasting any time, and eventually I get sacked right away. But anyway, Boise State, 3rd and 10 here on this first drive, and they get sacked. And now on 2nd and 3 for us on our drive, we're going to get a run up the middle that moves the chains. And now on this play, we're looking around trying to find a guy, and we throw a beautiful ball to Tank Hawkins. Who else would we throw it to, you know? And then we drop back with our quarterback looking around. Tough throw, but Tank Hawkins just snags it. I don't even know how he grabbed that one. And he is just absolutely a ridiculous athlete. Washington State's Tank Hawkins, he's going down in the history books. Y'all are going to remember that name for a while. But anyway, Boise State moving the chains. They cannot. We stop them on 4th and 2. And then on our 4th and 2, we are going to push the chains at around midfield. 1st and 10 with around 10 seconds left. A nice dot to who else but Tank, making the chains move once again. I'm literally just looking at Tank and just giving him the ball because he catches everything. But then they do hold us. 4th and 7, we do have to settle for a field goal. But a 10-0 lead will suffice for this first half right now. And then on 2nd and 10, they're going to try a halfback swing, and they do get it to work for some good yardage, getting down to like the 45. Then on a 1st and 10 on the next route, A fumble is made and picked up by 44, Luke Webb. And I can't believe it. The receiver, off of that incompletion, they called it as a catch, and we were able to bring it back. Look at him. He just drops the ball. Normally that would be an incompletion, but I'm not going to challenge it. You know, I'll take the touchdown. So now we're up 17-0. Boise State looking to just try and get on the board at this point, and then they throw a terrible interception there. Shout out to Drini Meadows for that interception there. Just a bad throw from the quarterback, and then we do end up getting a field goal before the end of the half to make it 20-0 at halftime. So we're looking pretty good, feeling better. On their drive to start the second half, they would go down and finally answer, making it 20-7. But now on our offensive drive, our guy is wide open, and you guys know who number 10 is at this point. It's Tank Hawkins. He's gone. Bring him into the end zone. The defender tried to dive on him, but there's nothing you could do. And we are going to win this game 29-15, taking down Boise State easily, and hopefully jumping up in the rankings a lot higher. 9 catches for 192. Tank Hawkins, what an absolute beast. Then we hop into Washington, beating Wisconsin 35-7. They finally figured out how to win games, but it's probably too late. Washington State is going to continue to move things along, beating Texas State 27-7. And then Washington Northwestern, I had to hop in because it's 17-14 with 20 seconds left. 4th and 18. Northwestern makes the throw, and it is not going to keep the chains going. So 17-14. Washington is going to win that one. They've been doing well, but it's not going to be enough. Washington State is going to shut out Oregon State again, 16-0. And now we're looking at the rankings. Washington State is up to 9 in the nation. They're looking to be in the college football playoffs before Washington makes it, which is, if you told me that at the beginning, I would never believe you. But Washington, even with 4 losses, is the 25th ranked team in the college football playoff. So that is a tough sight to see. And then to make it worse, they end up jumping up to 16 before the conference championship games. And if I had hopped into that Oregon game, we might have had both teams in the playoffs. But anyway, now I have to cope with Washington State, Boise State, and the conference championship. Let's get into it.
I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the news by my fellow Jay Frank. And Holly Rose was over the sidelines.
Well, Dave, Coach Danielson told me before the game. You can feel the tension down here on the field. We understand this is a conference championship game, but more than that, it is 2 heated rivals. You can see, guys.
At the end of the first quarter, it was 0-0, like a lot of these games that we hop into. A lot of low-scoring first quarters, but it is snowing here for this Washington State Conference Championship game. The nice throw is made there from Winfrey, and then we're going to have to settle with 3 for a field goal there, making it 3-0 Washington State. Now can we continue the great defense on Boise State like we did earlier in the season? Not on that play, because that was an absolute dime from the quarterback. And now Boise State looking around, trying to make something happen. A terrible throw. The accuracy was not there at all. And then they are going to get a 3-point field goal as well to make it 3-3 at halftime. Pretty boring first half, but now we get into this second half, and our first play of the drive, a little RPO action, is going to be what? Like, excuse me? He just froze? What are we doing? Anyway, throw here is made, and we are going to get the first down after he breaks a tackle. Then on 4th and 1, we need to convert this to keep the chains moving, and it is there. Thankfully, the game didn't glitch out, and they actually gave me the yards for that one. Then on this little halfback screen, we're going to get to, we could have probably gotten to the outside with Hobbs there, but it's all right. 3-3 still in this third quarter, and a tough throw over the middle with the slants finds our guy Lance Fulmer, and that was a tough catch. That was not an easy ball to get. But he did get it done. Boise State now on their drive, 3rd and 9. They're looking around, and it is thrown away. 2nd and 7 for us now on our drive. We're looking, trying to find somebody, and we find a man up the middle. 3rd and 9, 4 minutes left in the fourth. We just got to keep the chains moving no matter what. That we do there. Then on 3rd and goal, we got to try to get in the end zone here, put some fuel to the fire, make it really out of reach. Quarterback looking, throw is made and not completed, and then our field goal will go in. So we have to settle for 3. Still made it a 2-possession game. 13-3, they're going to throw it up here, and it is going to be caught by us, and he's just moonwalking after the little interception, a little spin move, and he's taken down, but we will absolutely take that interception. We needed it. And then 13-3 is going to end up being the final score. We win this one, and we win the conference championship. So our first goal for college football is complete. One of the two have won the college conference championship, not the college football playoff, but the college championship, conference championship. And then Washington in their bowl game, they just get Western Michigan. No one really cares. We're going to win that one. But as you guys can see, Washington State ends up getting a bye in the playoffs at the 4 seed. They jumped all the way up to 4, and Colorado makes the playoffs. They're not even ranked. You know what I mean? They got in off of the conference championship stuff, and they're going to play USC, and we're going to play the winner of that. And lo and behold, Colorado beat UFC, even though Colorado was unranked. So now Washington State versus Colorado is in the final 8 of the college football playoff. An unranked team versus Washington State. We got to make sure we get this done. I don't know when we're going to have this opportunity again with Washington State, so we just got to do it. But before we get into that, let's hop into this Washington-Western Michigan bowl game. In the first quarter, 2nd and goal, Washington looking around, throw is made and caught. We're up 7-0 already on Western Michigan. This should not be a very hard matchup. You know, we got probably 20 to 30 overalls over Western Michigan at this point, maybe even 40 depending. But they try to throw it deep there. Nothing works out for them. 2nd and 12, we're looking around. Throw up the middle is made and caught. What an unbelievable grab from our guy Bayer, however you say his name. But he just absolutely snags it out of the air with the one hand. And now on this halfback screen, can we make something happen? 3rd and 10, running away from the lineman, little juke move, and we're going to get the first down there. 3rd and goal, looking around, trying to get in the end zone. It is tipped and caught by Western Michigan. What a interception from the Heisman CPU, but it wouldn't matter. We get it right back. And then on this next play, we got a lot of space with our receiver, number 8. He's just too fast. Western Michigan cannot keep up, and they are just going to go all the way in. Chris Lawson getting it done there. Now we're looking with our quarterback, 14-0, lobbing it up for a guy. Can we get it? And we can. It's literally like ridiculous at this point because we're just that much higher of an overall. You just throw it up and they're usually going to catch it. That throw there is placed perfectly, outrunning the West Michigan defenders, and that will give us a 21-0 lead. Just calmly taking control of the game, and our guy Gatlin Bear getting it done against Western Michigan. And then on this play, they're going to have to punt it back, unsurprisingly. Let's see how our return goes. You guys know I'd only be showing you this for one reason. Here we go. Our guy, Jordan Washington, he goes by 1, he goes by 2, he's by 3, he stays in bounds, he's running, he's going, he's gone. Touchdown, Jordan Washington, and the Washington Huskies take a 27-0 lead. Too easy for him. Jordan Washington getting it done, and now that is it. 34-0. We ended up simming out, and Washington is going to end up winning the bowl game. Unsurprisingly, the Citrus Cheez-It Bowl is won.
4 teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and London neutral fields. What's the bigger advantage, the battle-tested team or the better rested team? What a build-up here for this college football playoff quarterfinal game. It's the battle of the fans against the Washington State Cougars. EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler.
All right, now it's playoff time. Washington State, first throw is made, and Tank Hawkins with a nice play there to get very, very far. The way he just picked up off the catch and ran was beautiful. 3rd and 13, though. We got to try and make something happen, and thankfully, a flag is called. We had absolutely nothing on that play, so we will take it. 2nd and 10 now. We're looking around, trying to make something happen. Probably dropped too far back in the pocket, but it doesn't matter because a beautiful ball from our guy finds the end zone. Carson Kenny, the running back, on the little wheel route, got open. Beautifully thrown. Now it's 7-0, and we are going to get the sack on Colorado. Now on our drive, we're already in our side of the field. Throw to the end zone. Can he get it? He cannot. And it's intercepted, excuse me. But that was a terrible throw for me. And now Colorado, with some newfound momentum, they're going to throw it up to their guy, and that ball is caught. They're in the playoffs for a reason, y'all. They may not be ranked, but they're still a good team, and they're going to score. Touchdown Colorado, and at halftime, it is 7-7. We are in danger right here as Colorado on their first drive. Little RPO, not an RPO action, a little play action, but a big hit causes a fumble, and our guy who you saw earlier, Luke Webb, is going to return it. You absolutely love to see it. Those are the type of plays that win these big playoff games like this. 14-7. Now on 2nd and 3, they get a lot of room from their running back. He breaks a tackle, sprints another like 7 yards instantly before we get him out of bounds. But anyway, Colorado 14-7, little spin. They're going to move, and they're going to get that first down right there, making it happen. 4th and 10, we try to get the blocked field goal, but it does not happen. They're going to get the field goal there. Now 14-10. What are we going to do? Throw is made, and they are going to get the first down again, just moving the chains. 1st and goal, and they are going to get in the end zone before the 4th quarter starts, taking a 17-14 lead. And now we need to do something. Our quarterback, Winfrey, going to get the first down there. Just got to keep moving the chains, got to try to respond. Throw is made there to our tight end. Then we get the first down. 17-14 still. 4th quarter begins. Now we're looking. Throw is made to who else but our guy, Big Tank, making it happen. Now a run play up the middle. Is that enough? It is. And we get in the end zone and take that lead right back, making it 21-17. Love to see it. Now we got to play defense. Can we stop Colorado on this drive? Big sack there from our guy Luke Webb, and we do. We just got to move the chains now. On our go, 3rd and 9, 21-17. Can we get the first down? The throw is just not made fast enough. I don't know if that was my reaction or just the throw, but Colorado gets the ball back, and they're going to get the first down there. We really need this stop. We got to hold them, but they are moving the chains. They're down to around the 15. Are we really going to lose to an unranked team in the playoffs? That would really suck. Colorado goes deep, and that is basically a touchdown. They don't get in the end zone, but on this play with the halfback screen, there's nothing we could do, and Colorado is going to take the lead 24-21 over us. Now we have one drive to try and get down the field. 3rd and 10, get it to your best player, Tank Hawkins, first down. 50 seconds left, first down. Now we're looking, trying to get the chains moving. Throw is made, and we get the catch to our tight end. So now with less than 30 seconds remaining, it's 3rd and 1. We just need to get in a field goal range, and we get there with our quarterback. So now we are moving the chains. Another run play here, just trying to get faster and quicker up the field. We do. 10 seconds remaining. Here we go. All right, we're going to take a shot at this. We got to try. The clock's moving. I got to throw this quick. Go for Tank. For Tank for the win. For the win. He's got it. Tank Hawkins has beaten Colorado on the out route. Oh my gosh. He's unreal. What a throw. There's 1 second left. There's literally 1 second left. That was the last play. Oh my gosh. Tank Hawkins. What an incredible catch. And an even better throw from Winfrey. Just perfectly placed. Oh my goodness, what a clutch play. What a clutch play. Holy cow. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just shocked. Let's freaking go. So now we punt back. One last tackle needs to be made, and Washington State will move on to the next round after that crazy play. And the tackle is made. The confetti insta spawns. and Washington State are the winners of the Rose Bowl game. We've won a playoff game with Washington State before Washington, which is genuinely insane. But we did it, man. Washington State moving on to the Final Four of the college football playoff. Can we really make something happen here? I mean, that would be crazy if we were able to get it done. And as you guys can see there, they're raising the trophy, all that good stuff. Winfrey is the MVP of the game. And as you can see, that's the Rose Bowl winner. And now we get to look at our next matchup, which is number 1 Tennessee. Washington State is going to have to play the number 1 team in the nation. They're only an 87 overall, which is shocking, but we're only a 79, so we are not better than them. We got some work to do. Let's get into it.
Semi-final of Peach Bowl. It's the Washington State Cougars against the Tennessee Volunteers. EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fatlaw along with Joel Platt. Tremendous build-up for this semi-final game. Georgia from the sidelines with some of the key storylines.
Thanks, guys. The Cougars head coach told me this team is expected to be here. That's the hardest thing about coming into the game here today and this kickoff.
Right, so instantly you could tell this was going to be a different game from the Colorado game. Tennessee got the first drive, and we literally could not stop them. The run there gets them like 20 yards. Another run, can't even get a man to put a hand on him, and he's just going to get in the end zone. I mean, just bad defense from us there, but they're also a lot better of a team. They're the number 1 team in the nation. So now we got to see what we're doing here on this little play. 2nd and 9, we're going to go deep. Probably not the best idea, but maybe it was, because we got one of the best receivers in the game, Tank Hawkins. Big Tank, just always getting it done. And now on our drive, trying to keep things going, that is a horrible throw. Thankfully, it didn't get intercepted. But we end up getting nothing out of that great Tank catch. And then on a little halfback toss, they're going to get like 20 to 30 yards, just running all over us. We can't really do anything about it. Another run play up the middle. They're going to get the first down and more. And then on 2nd and 5, they fake the run. Quarterback looks to the side. And can we make the tackle? We can't. They're just going to keep getting first downs, keep chugging along. 2nd and 5, what are they going to do here? Can they get in the end zone? No, they can't, but they can definitely get a first down. And then on 1st and goal, they're going to do what they couldn't do last time, which is get in the end zone. 14-0 Tennessee. Now we got to try and strike back. I mean, we're in the Final Four. You know what I mean? We can get this national championship this year. Our quarterback looking around, getting the throw to who other... Oh, that's not Tank. That's number 16. But I saw the one. I thought it was Tank. Anyway, 14-0. Throw is made, and we get it to our guy, Tank Hawkins, that time. And then 14-0 still, 1st and 10. Or, well, not 1st and 10. It was 3rd and 3, but 1st and goal now. Looking around, a little RPO action. And they are going to call that a touchdown for Tank Hawkins. I don't know if he actually got in, but we will certainly take it as we strike against Tennessee. 14-7. 3rd and 1, we do finally get a stop. So now can we make some things happen? 3rd and 8, that was probably not the right read. There was probably someone a bit more open. But on 3rd and 3, for them, we were trying to get a stop, and that wasn't me that jumped. That was the CPU. Our CPU lineman just wanted to give Tennessee another go, so I appreciate them just ruining that for me. But anyway, it's all good. Tennessee, on their drive, is going to get the first down after that little encroachment play, or however its title is, a flag. Tennessee going to get the first down there. Then on 1st and 10, another throw up the middle. We really just can't do anything about it. They're just absolutely tearing our defense apart, and they make it 21-7. Now on 3rd and 10, I'm getting a little frustrated. I throw it here, and it is caught, but I'm sick of punting. I don't want to go. I want to go for it. 4th and 3, I go for it. Why did I go for it? Why did I throw it to that guy? That was nowhere near. Thankfully, we were able to hold them to just 3 instead of another touchdown. But it's 24-7, man. I mean, this is really tough to come back from, especially when you're not a very good player like me. But then Tank Hawkins, just get it to your best player again. Deep field goal at this point, 4th and 5. I felt like I had to try it. Definitely did not get enough power on it. So it does end up getting a little bit short. And now 3rd and 11, just trying to get some type of stop. And we do there. But it doesn't matter because they, on the next drive, 1st and goal, are going to get in the end zone. So without wasting any more of y'all time, we did lose 37-7. Just could not get the chains moving at all against this Tennessee team. And they beat the brakes off us, man. We had no chance. It was a phenomenal season, though. We did everything we could, and we played some great football. But Tennessee is going to take our spot in the national championship, and deservedly so. They were a better team, and they would end up beating Penn State in the national championship. So we lost to the champions, man. We lost to the champions of college football. Here are the draft results. You guys can see Washington had a ton of guys drafted, even though we didn't make the playoffs. And then Tank Hawkins, appreciate everything you've done for us, my man. 1st round pick, and he's out of here. Now let's hop into these draft classes. Washington, not top 5 this time around, but it's okay. We're in the top half of the Big 10, and then Pac-12. Washington State is on top with all those 3 stars, and now we got a 4-star coming in as well. Boise State there too, but we did end up spending less NIL than them, so that is clutch. Now I'm going to just show you guys all the recruiting classes if you guys are interested. Here's all of Washington State's recruits. Yeah, man, this has been a really fun series to do. You know, we're going to keep things pushing, keep things moving. Here's Washington's class, you know. If you guys are interested in remembering any of these names for episode 4, please do. And, yeah, you guys will see them then. So now we hop into the training results. Washington's a 92 overall. Washington State's 79 overall. You guys can see all the boosts that everyone got. Then in the Pac-12, just looking at the other ratings, Washington State's the best by 5, and Boise State's the only one that's even close. And then in the Big 10, Washington has literally no excuse. They are a 95 overall. They are the best by far. Next year's their year. But anyway, that's enough for college football for this one. All right, last but certainly not least, we have the Seattle SuperSonics side of the state of Washington. Finally hopping into basketball. This is my bread and butter. This is the team we got for our first expansion season. Anthony Black, our highest overall. We got Cason Wallace, Cam Whitmore, PJ Washington, and Jackson Hayes to round out the starting 5. Clayton, Isaiah Joe. He's got Calvert Lynch, Tari Eason. Got all those guys off the bench. We got a nice little team. But yeah, this is the first game. I wanted to see it on Simcast. You know, first game, the Sonics are finally back in the NBA. Can we take down the Pelicans? Thankfully, it's a team that isn't that great right now. And it gets a little close, but we are going to hang on and win 118-111. So we will take it. Tari Eason leading the way, surprisingly, with 22 points. Cam Whitmore, 20 and 10. Clayton had 18. So solid stuff, but we did end up losing the next 5 and our first game against Las Vegas. So it happens. What are you going to do? I thought that was Josh Hart, but it's Jacob Hart. Anyway, Victor Wembanyama wins the MVP. Here are all the awards if you care at all. Most improved player ends up being a guy on Vegas as well. And we do get one award. Vlado Radic made the all-rookie first team. And as you guys can see, Vegas made the play-in game, so that Jaren Jackson selection did end up biting us in the butt. They are going to get further than we are, and in the standings, we end up 34-48, tied for the 11th seed with the Blazers. And the Spurs beat the Bulls in the NBA Finals. I don't know why the Bulls are so good in this sim, but it is what it is. We end up with the 8th pick in the draft lottery. Was hoping we could move up. But anyway, now we're trying to find who our guy is. We got Rolando Cooper in there. Elliott Falls is a Hall of Fame comparison. You know, Jamal Pierce is another guy we're looking at. Just scrolling through the names, trying to find a good comparison. At the end of the day, we end up going with the highest overall, Rolando Cooper. And then our second round pick ends up being Garrett Pickett out of Loyola Marymount. And that's our draft. I think it was a pretty solid draft. He ended up being a 77 overall. And then I wanted to go clear some cap space, get some picks. Trading PJ Washington for a couple picks. Trading Calvert Lynch for a couple picks. Walter Clayton for Mark Williams in a pick. and then Isaiah Joe for 2 first-round picks. Absolutely love to see it. We're stocking up on him. And then in free agency, we were able to look at Jared McCain, offer him a nice little contract, which he did agree to. We did have to get rid of a couple guys to make it happen, but we're going to take it. An 86 overall in free agency, I'm not going to be mad at that at all, even though he is a point guard, but we can move him to the 2 if anything. We got Anthony Black, McCain, Cam Whitmore, Cason Wallace, Mark Williams, Rodich went up 7 overalls. Like, we got a pretty solid squad here. But yeah, that is going to wrap up this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in, watching these episodes. This is our longest one yet. Episode 4 might be even longer, to be honest with y'all. But we will see. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this whole thing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to eventually getting into other states. But we got to finish with this one out first. So I'll see you guys in episode 4. Peace.